This is Peter, and today I'll be showing you how to make hand-painted tiling wood textures in Photoshop for use in your future games. Just a heads up, I do suggest you use a digital drawing tablet with pressure sensitivity when you go to do this yourself. In any case, let's get right to it. To begin, I like to make a square document in Photoshop. In this case, 512 by 512 pixels with a 300 pixel resolution. You really only need one brush to do this, and I find the basic hard round brush gets good results. First, we need to choose our color palette. What color is our wood? I need to have a base brown color, and then a lighter color for highlights and a darker color for shadows. I'm painting the colors I've chosen on a separate layer that I've labeled color palette, so I can reference it later. Second, I will then take the base color and fill it in a new layer, which I'll label base color. Our objective now is to create the wood grain texture before we begin any details, so take the dark brown color using the eyedropper tool. Make sure your opacity is set to control by pen pressure, and then paint quick broad strokes up and down your canvas. Now, bear with me, it's going to look like crap for a few minutes here, and you may have to play around with the opacity slider. As you can see, I've knocked it down to 50% here. I'd like you to do the same thing several times, sampling back and forth between your highlight color and your shadow color. This will give us a more layered, natural effect. Last, we add details. Make your brush really small, and using your shadow color, make some vertical lines to represent cracks in the wood. I'd suggest getting some reference images of bark to see how cracks actually form in nature. When you've done this several times with the shadow color, take your highlight color and add highlights along the edges of the most extreme cracks. Okay, group save. Now that we have in some nice details, we want to make it tileable, so it can repeat over and over seamlessly. Go to Filter, Other, Offset. This repeats our texture for us, shifting it over however many pixels we need. Enter in 256 pixels in both fields, which is half our canvas size. So there's the seam. To make it seamless, we need to hide that. There's nothing new to introduce here, just paint right on top without painting all the way to the edges of your canvas. Base color, textures, details. Perfect. Now, offset everything again to revert back to normal. As you can see here, if I tile the texture, we can't see the seam anymore. In the review, we can break down the hand painting process into 3 steps. First, determine the color palette. We chose base, highlight, and shadow colors. Second, add the base texture, whether it be wood grain, or stone, or sheet metal. Third, take a much smaller brush and using the base and highlight colors draw in details. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and feel free to hit me up with any questions in the comments below.